Hey guys! Today I will be breaking down normie tier, which is three groups: low-tier normies, mid-tier normies, and high-tier normies. Majority of guys today in all age groups are typically in the middle. Not ugly, so they are not cursed by society but not necessarily attractive enough to be universally attractive or to be put as the main protagonist character in Hollywood movies. It also mostly comes down to what phenotype and archetype you are, and is it popular or not within that location. This is what we call the normie tier, ranging from PSL4 to PSL6. And trust me, this range can be a war zone. But you want to play with the cards that have been handed to you efficiently and intelligently, which I will go through in this channel. You can get ghosted, friend-zoned, used, unless you know how to analyze and navigate the situation. In this video, we'll break down the signs of low, mid, and high normies, what separates them, and what you can actually do to improve your appearance, and also become a high-value man. The first normie tier I'll be talking about is low-tier normies. These men are not ugly. They are actually the true average of all people in age and phenotypes, but they are below average in facial harmony, modern dating standards, and social impact. They are stuck in the forgettable zone. They don't repulse people, but they never captivate either. Here are the most common facial features of a low-tier normie. Jawline partially visible or buried under fat skin, narrow facial width, poor bizygomatic projection, mild asymmetry or weak canthal tilt, eyes slightly recessed, possibly tired or dead-eyed, undefined cheekbones or flat mid-face, weak chin projection or double chin acne, red spots or inconsistent skin texture. Haircut is generic or doesn't frame the face properly. Posture slightly hunched, no presence in a room. Clothing choices unrefined, oversized, outdated, or sloppy. And here are the most common social dynamics in dating life of a low-tier normie. Women may talk to him out of politeness, not interest. Friends may overlook him for group plans or leadership, gets ghosted after first dates often. No choosing signals unless from lower SMV women, often mistaken for nice guy or safe option. Has to overcompensate via texting, money, or validation. Gets friend-zoned or, let's just be friends after effort, may date only when women settle or lower standards. The moral of the story is, if you are a low-tier normie, it's typically not worth dating or trying to a woman. You do not have the looks, value, or the SMV to pursue a high-value woman, especially on a raw attraction, genuine level. You will have to spend more time improving yourself, like looks, maxing, health, fitness, money, education, and other pursuits to increase your value as a man. And another thing, too, is that it's definitely not worth pursing low-value women, even for hookups. I don't recommend it. It's gross, and you will run the risk of getting STDs. I will have to do a video on higher value women, and may also consider doing a face rating and advice for subscribers in the future. Now moving on. Right in the middle of the spectrum, according to the modern dating standards, but above average for all men of all ages and phenotypes. They can be situationally attractive depending on style, grooming, or social confidence. Their looks don't hurt them, but they don't help them much either. They easily blend into the crowd and don't gain much attention. At this tier, you are able to niche max to a particular niche, to have a potential better dating life, depending on your phenotype and archetype, thus also improving your looks as well. So depending on what cards you have been given, you are able to navigate your way through pretty decently, but intelligence is very important though, and the way you carry yourself. But on the other hand, you won't be considered attractive in the mainstream. You won't attract most girls with just those looks alone. You will have to have other ways as well, such as certain personality types and connection to the girl getting to know you for a while. Like a class, social event, community, church, and more. It's called warm approach. However, I don't recommend going to nightclubs or crowded bars, concerts, cold approaches, or dating apps. And besides, in most of these environments like nightclubs and dating apps are predominantly full of low-value women. Especially dating apps. You will never find a high-value woman on Tinder, even if you're a Chad. And yes, Chads can still face problems too. Although not as much as normies, and different kind of problems to a normie too. Even if Chad does go on Tinder and hookups with several of those low or mid-value women, chances are that he is at a higher risk of catching sexually transmitted disease, and also unplanned pregnancies, and then court and family troubles arises. While you as that mid-tier normie gets to dodge that. So I earnestly say do not use dating apps. You will not find a worthy, high-value woman on there. Sometimes in life it can be better to be a high IQ and high street intelligence normie than a low IQ Chad who cannot even think for himself or think ahead. Also, the nightclub is not worth going. You will barely get to meet a high-value woman, even if you are a Chad as well. It's kind of rare in that environment, especially Friday or Saturday night. It can happen, but it's rare. And trust me, I have personally been working at a night for 3 years now. So I know what I'm talking about, but it's for another video for another time. And seriously, guys, I do not support hookup culture, or trying to use manipulative tactics to get in women's pants. I don't support this predatory behavior. Many guys can be lust-filled predators, and yous need to deal with that. It's disgusting and immoral. Please don't take advantage of anyone seriously. This channel is more for quality, natural, and genuine good long-term relationships, and not predatory motives. Guys, you need to get off and stay off the porn sites. Seriously disgusting. Sorry that I've been rambling too much for a while, but it's very important information that was just on my mind. Now here are the signs that you are a mid-tier normie. Occasionally gets choosing signals, usually from average women. Friends see him as reliable, not dominant. Girls may like his personality after warming up. Often needs to build attraction over time. Rarely love at first sight. Can sometimes date up slightly with strong game and confidence. Relationships are often fragile. Attraction can fade quickly. Will often be the second choice or safe backup guy. Can be mogged easily in social environments by better-looking men. Now we are getting into the high-tier normies, which is actually considered attractive, unless if your phenotype or archetype is not popular among your location, or the demographic you are specifically going for, or even worldwide. And honestly, being a high-tier normie is not that much different than being a Chad or Chad Light, depending on the situation and location and timing. You also have much more potential in also putting yourself into a niche and looks max to your demographic type, which I recommend. I recommend really keeping that critical thinking, social intelligence, and IQ on point. Trust me, it will save from many mistakes and situations. Please, guys, only pursue a high-value women with genuine love, attraction, views, and compatibility on point. Stay away from low-value women, please. It is so much trouble, headaches, and can be toxic and dangerous too. You do have it pretty good being a high-tier normie, with both socially and romantically. But please only go for high-value women with proper morals and values, with a good attitude and a low or zero body count. Seriously, your intelligence becomes more important than looks after you become a high-tier normie, and even mid-tier normie as well. Please don't get yourself into a bad situation or relationship, and trust me, you will be much better off being single than a relationship with a low-value woman. Please, I'm just trying to help you and give you sound advice. I do not take pleasure in guys getting burnt and destroyed by bad relationships, bad attitudes, and low-value relationships, even though the black pill does emphasis a lot on looks and objectivity. Some black pill communities is quite toxic and childish. Seriously, guys. You don't need to be shaming guys based on their face, on their height. By the way, height isn't really that important, but that's another video for another time. Or other things that is outside of their control. I'm more for giving advice and support to those who need to be guided the right way, with the cards that have been handed to them. Seriously, guys, stop with this intentional mogging others nonsense or validation. Just focus on yourselves to do better in life, and attract the woman you want. Guys, you don't need to prove yourselves to anyone by trying to mog or make yourselves look better than the other person. And the red pill needs to be avoided also, like trying to rack up all these bodies and taking advantage of women. It's seriously disgusting. I don't believe that yelling at women, flexing Bugattis, or playing high-value games makes you powerful. That's not strength. That's a mask. The red pill used to mean understanding female nature and male responsibility, but today, it's a toxic brand where insecurity wears the mask of dominance. Guys like Andrew Tate teach that you need to dominate women, own multiple partners, and control everything. Or you're a loser. But all that creates is a paranoid, emotionally numb, broken man who's addicted to validation and afraid of true connection. Myron from Fresh and Fit. He screams about high-value men yet lives for clickbait and conflict. He teaches young men that being cold, rigid, and emotionally distant is the key to respect. But here's the truth they never tell you. If you need to control her to keep her, she was never yours to begin with. High-value men don't manipulate. They attract by being grounded, stable, and self-possessed. The red pill teaches you to become reactionary. Constantly playing games, testing women, guarding yourself. That's not alpha, that's fear. If you truly become attractive, Through looks, discipline, clarity, and presence, you won't need tactics. You'll choose, not chase. The red pill wants you to fear women. I want you to understand them. Anyway, guys, that will be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to hear my unique wisdom and knowledge. Thank you for listening until this. I will see you in the next video.